antifreeze isn't just affecting humans, it's having an impact as well on our pets. And Nancy Creedon is here to tell us how to keep our pets safe. Very cold out there, Nancy.
Very, very cold. Yeah. And a lot of the dogs out there aren't built for the cold like this little one over here. So definitely now's the time. We've talked about it before, the risks out there when it comes to weather, but now is the time to really listen up and make sure you're keeping your pets safe.
You have to be prepared as a human, and we have to be prepared as well for our pets to be
100%.
safe.
So when you're running out, getting the last and sliced pans, make sure you have your dog food. Make sure if your dog is going to be coming indoors that you have things that you need, maybe a dog crate or, you know, their bowls that are going to be coming indoors and so on. Just get prepared because, I mean, we know it's going to get worse.
Yeah, and we actually don't know how long it's going to last, and that's one of the problems, particularly with food as well. And as you say, we go buying sliced pans for ourselves. We need to take care of our pets.
Exactly, we do. We need to make sure that we're prepped and making sure that the food is there. And then things we're going to talk about today, making sure that you're fully prepared with things to entertain your dog and to keep them happy while they are indoors.
Because the dogs are used to going out and they may not be able to go out because of the snow and because it's so cold.
Especially with cabin fever, they're going to get it too. So what's important there as well, when it does come to the walks, is that when the weather's this bad, your walks should be minimal, if at all. One of the big risks out there is any kind of grit or rock salts on the roads.
I only learned about this during the week. It really affects them.
It really is, and it's overlooked all the time, so it can cause chemical burns to the dog's paws. What you can do is things like putting a little Vaseline and so on the dog's paws to prepare them. When you do come back in, then rinse them down and clean them down. But if you do have a dog, like a short-coated dog or a little dog that is easily cold, skip the walks altogether. Skip the walks altogether. Stay in and stay safe.
Okay, and when they are indoors then as well, it's great to have these things as well, just to keep them occupied so they don't go mad, because they're like humans. They get cabin fever and they start going mad, and they'll drive you mad.
One of the things that I love when dogs are staying indoors, and if there's kids involved as well, is hide and go seek. So hide and go seek with your dog is simply get one person to hide behind a bedroom door, the other person's behind a couch, and you're taking turns calling the dog. Then you'll hide under the bed. It's so much fun for your dogs to run and find you, and it's so much fun for the kids then as well to think of new places to hide. So if you're not going out for the walks, get the dog running about the house with hide and go seek.
And if you are going for a spin, maybe bring the dog with you.
Give them something to do if you are going visiting people and checking in on them, provided your dog's okay with going to other people's houses. Bring them with you, give them something to do, get them out of the house.
Lots of this type of stuff hanging around, kind of antifreeze and stuff. This is lethal.
We talk about this all the time, but it's never more important than today. What you need to remember is if you are using products like antifreeze, they taste good to the dog. So your dog will lick it up. They taste sweet. They'll lick it up. The other thing to remember then as well is if you're putting it on the car, or if there's any spilled on the ground, if your dog walks in it or your cat walks in it, again, it's on their paws. They'll go in, they'll lick their paws clean, and again, it's poisonous to the dog. So just really be aware of it now, that there's no more time more important to think about keeping the antifreeze away from the dogs than the next couple of days.
That's the dog sorted in one sense, Nancy. What about cats then as well?
Cats then as well, what you need to remember is it's cold. If cats are outdoors, they may again get into car engines and so on. So make sure your car is no cats in there before you take off. Again, with cats and dogs, with this snow, it is going to mask the usual smells, so they're more likely to get disorientated and get lost. So again, keep your pets indoors.
But even I suppose outside the smells, Nancy, the landscape would be different for them as well, because it would be all white.
And I mean, we all love that on a snowy day we wake up, we look out the window and it's a whole new world. But for the dogs, they don't know where they are. They don't know what's after happening. And using their nose is so important for the dogs and cats to find their way home. So making sure you're not letting them out unsupervised, not letting them out off the lead, and just keeping them safe.
Yes. Nancy Creedon, thank you very much.
No problemo.